You know what's crazy to me? So something you come across in video games a lot of trees. What is that called? A forest, right? A forest. I realized on stream, I say forest. If I'm not streaming, I say forest. I didn't realize I started saying forest. I didn't realize it at all until I listened to a clip of myself. And I was like, why do I say it like that? Because I say forest, usually. Orange, Florida forest. That's how I talk, right? But then when I'm on stream, I say forest. Why do I say that? Why do I do that? I didn't even realize it. I was like, what? Who is that? Who the hell is that? I don't know. That's one I had no idea I was even doing it. We see the New York Times dialect quiz. Let me see. I think I have. Let me take it. How would you address a group of 2 or more people? You all, yous, you lot, you guys, you-uns, yins, you, other, y'all. I don't say yous. Well, okay. If it's at the end of a sentence, I might say all ears, but I don't think I ever say that on stream, really. I might say all ears, specifically if I'm yelling at people. I think I would say you guys. What do you call the small gray bug that curls up into a ball when it's touched? Oh, can I pick multiple? It's either, for me, that's either a pill bug or a roly-poly. I would say pill bug on that one. Oh, people in the South say roly-poly, it looks like. What do you call the insect that flies around in the summer and glows in the dark? I use lightning bug and firefly interchangeably, personally. It depends, because when I would see them back in the day, sometimes it'd be where I was from, or sometimes it'd be I was not home. So I would hear it both ways, and I don't know where one is from, but I would just do both. Okay, it seems like that's a Midwest and East Coast thing, but West Coast doesn't use both of those. What do you call the thing from which you might drink water in a school? Bubbler, water bubbler, drinking fountain, water fountain, other. That's a water fountain. Oh, South and East says that. They don't be doing that on the West Coast, it looks like. Allegedly, unless you're from LA. What do you call it when the rain falls while the sun's shining? The devil's beating his wife! No, that's sun shower. Other options are the wolf is giving birth, the devil's beating his wife, monkey's wedding, fox's wedding, pineapple rain, liquid sun, or I have no term or expression for this. Okay, I say sun shower. Oh, wait, sun shower is really specific to just like the Northeast and Florida and Chef Mimel's hat. Chef Mimel's hat. I gotta say Chef Mimel's hat because it's like a whole chunk of the region. It's not just one state. How do you pronounce the first syllable of lawyer? Lawyer. Lawyer. Flaw. Rhymes with flaw. Other option is rhymes with boy, like lawyer. Lawyer. Liar. Lawyer. Oh, you guys say lawyer? Oh, it's lawyer. Okay, let me see. They're saying that people in New York don't speak like that, according to this little map. Rhymes with flaw. Not from what I've heard, but okay. How do you pronounce ant? With the vowel in ah to sound like ant. Clearly that's me. With the vowel in caught to have the same vowel in ah, caught, and ant. I have the same one. Oh, no. Sound like ain't. I use ah when referring to the general concept of an ant, but I use ant when I refer to a specific person by name. Oh, wait a minute. Or I use ant when referring to the general concept of an ant, but I use ah when I refer to a specific person by name. Oh, I do say aunt sometimes when referring to the thing, my aunt. But then if you have Sally, Aunt Sally. But I also say aunt when I say my aunt. Oh, I don't know. I do both. I say aunt and aunt interchangeably when talking about the concept. But then when I'm talking about my own or I'm calling after them, aunt. I'd say because I most often would say aunt, I'm just going to pick to sound like aunt. But I sometimes say aunt if I'm like talking about the concept a little bit. I'll just pick aunt though. What do you call the rubber-soled shoes worn in gym class or for athletic activities? Those are sneakers to me. There's also shoes, gym shoes, sand shoes, jumpers, tennis shoes, runners, trainers. No general word for this. Yeah, I say sneakers. Whoa! They're trying to tell me that's like only the Northeast does that and a little bit of Florida. I think people do that everywhere, to be honest, in the US. What do you call something that is across both streets from you at an intersection or diagonally across from you? Catty corner. Oh God. Kitty corner, kidda corner, catter corner, catty corner, which is the one I say. Kitty cross, kitty wumpus. I would only use diagonal for this. No term for this. Oh, I say catty corner. You guys say kitty corner? Who says that? What the f? I never thought about that. Wait, what the f? You guys say kitty? Oh, I've only ever heard it as catty corner. Interesting. How do you pronounce caramel with 2 syllables? Caramel with 3 syllables. Caramel, like I did. I use both pronunciations interchangeably, or I use both, but the 2 have different meanings. A lot of you guys say caramel. Oof. It's caramel. That's caramel, dude. I'm picking with 3 syllables. Caramel. Oh yeah, it's like just East Coast. Noted. What's the distinction between dinner and supper? Okay, without looking at the answers, dinner is later, supper is a little earlier to me. Supper is when you have an earlier dinner, specifically. That's in my mind. Okay, here are the answers potentially. Supper is an evening meal, dinner is eaten earlier. No, supper is an evening meal, but dinner is the main meal. Dinner takes place in a more formal setting than supper. There's no distinction, they both have the same meaning. I don't use the word supper, or I don't use the word dinner. I don't use the word supper. Actually, no, we do. Never mind. I'm thinking about my mom saying it. I'm like, oh, no. Now we say supper. None of these answers exactly work for what I would say. I think the closest is supper's an evening meal, but dinner is the main meal. Like if you're just eating in general, supper, but if you're like sitting down, you're eating dinner, where it's more, oh, you know what? What if I pick the next option? Dinner takes place in a more formal setting than supper. Supper is like you're just getting food in you, but dinner is like you are sitting down for a dinner. I think that's the closest to like how I would say it. Supper usually ends up being earlier because you just, sometimes you just snack and beforehand. I'm doing that one. Apparently not many people chose that at all. Do you pronounce cot and caught the same? No. Different. Oh, that's only northeast, some of the south, east. Mostly a northern thing though. Northeast and like Wisconsin. How do you pronounce the words Mary, Mary, and marry? Oh, I love this one. All three are pronounced the same or differently. Mary and Mary are pronounced the same, but Mary is different. Mary and Mary are pronounced the same, but Mary is different. Or Mary and Mary are pronounced the same, but Mary is different. No. For me, it's all three are different. You say all the same. That seems to be the most common for like the US viewers, that anytime this is brought up, everyone says that they pronounce them the same. And I'm like, what? I don't know. I differentiate them. But I noticed that with stuff like carry, carriage, arrow, carrot. I say ah, but it doesn't rhyme with air, like care. But a lot of people in the US would say carriage, carrot. And every time I hear it, I'm like, you're different from me. I feel this like visceral, you and I are not the same. You're not from where I'm from. All three are pronounced differently. Wow, that is only New York, New Jersey, and like the tiniest bit of Connecticut are highlighted. There is nowhere else in the US where this is highlighted at all. That's funny. It's one of those telltale signs for me too, when an actor is trying to do a New York accent, they are unable to get those vowels right. I'm getting married, right? I'm getting married. And they'll be like, my friend Mary, but they don't do it. They're like, my friend Mary. And I'm like, what the who? They can't do it. That is the number one, like, people cannot get the New York accent right by this thing being wrong. It's that. How do you pronounce the second syllable of pajamas? Oh, with the vowel in jam or the vowel in palm? It's the second one for me, pajamas. Pajamas. That's how you sound to me if you say it like that. Pajamas. What do you call a sweetened carbonated beverage? Soda, pop, Coke, tonic, soft drink, lemonade. What? Coca-Cola, fizzy drink, dope. That's not what dope means to me. What the hell? I'm picking soda. Okay, soda is in all the very populated areas. Everyone says it, is what that's looking like. Pretty much. Who the f calls soda? All soda Coke? I think that's Southern, where they'll call like any carbonated drink kind of is under the umbrella of Coke. What do you call a big road on which you drive relatively fast? Highway, freeway, parkway, turnpike, expressway, throughway. Freeway is bigger than a highway. A freeway is free, i.e. doesn't charge tolls. A highway isn't. A freeway has limited access, like no stoplights, no intersections, whereas a highway can have stoplights and intersections. Ooh. Ooh, I mean, they all have different names. They all have different names. There's the BQE, the Brooklyn Queens Expressway. That's an expressway. There's the New Jersey Turnpike. There's the Long Island Expressway. They're all different. So what do I pick here? I mean, I feel like generally I would still say the highway. If I don't know the name of one and I'm like, oh yeah, what's that one get on the highway? I think I would say highway most commonly. A freeway is free and doesn't charge tolls, but a highway isn't. No, I know a lot of highways with tolls, so I wouldn't say that. Freeway with limited access, whereas highways can have stoplights and intersections. No. Yeah, I would just say highway most commonly. Okay, it seems like West Coast is the only one that doesn't do that as much. West Coast and a little in, like out to Utah. What do you call a sale of unwanted items on your porch, in your yard, etc.? Tag sale, yard sale, garage sale, rummage sale, thrift sale, stoop sale, carport sale, sidewalk sale, jumble sale, car boot sale, patio sale. Yard, garage. Oh, when you said car boot, people saying garage sale. I would say yard sale. Garage sale is equal. I think yard sale and garage sale are equal for me, but I think yard sale slightly more often. If I was like, what am I gonna do? I'd say like, oh, I'm gonna do yard sale. Okay, yeah, it's a northeast or east coast thing. Classic. What do you call small freshwater lobster, often found in lakes and streams? Crawfish, crayfish, crowfish, crawdads, mud bugs. I have no word for this critter. Other. Crawfish for me. But actually, crayfish I feel like I've said that, but I've been around people that are from other areas, so I don't know if that's like a New York thing or not. Is that a New Yorkie thing? Because I also have like people in my life that have been in my life for a very long time that are from like the fucking bayou, so I don't know. I think I would say crawfish. No, I feel like I've heard crayfish a lot. I think when I was younger, I said crayfish. I think now I say crawfish because I'm like brain homogenized to the internet a bit more, but I'm pretty sure I used to say crayfish all the time when I was like a little wee bab. Fuck it, I'm picking crayfish. Oh yeah, that's northern. Okay. That's northern. Not so much New York, but definitely northern. I spent a lot of time with a lot of people too in like way far out west Pennsylvania. So, and like up at the lakes and stuff. What do you call an easy high school or college class? A gut, crip course, bird, blow off, meat, or other. I don't have a word for this. What? Some of you said blow off. I don't have a word for that. I'm just gonna say other. Okay, it looks like most people say other, but in the Midwest, there's a lot of like other options. Huh. What do you call the large wildcat native to the Americas? Mountain lion, cougar, puma, mountain cat, panther, catamount, mountain screamer, painter, other. Ooh, I've heard all of these. Probably we would say mountain lion or cougar interchangeably, honestly. But I've heard all of these. Not panther, actually. I haven't heard anyone call them panthers because it's clearly not a panther. But mountain cat, puma, catamount, mountain screamer, yeah. Pretty much all of them. I'm gonna say mountain lion, but I heard both. Okay, most people say mountain lion. It looks like most areas. What do you call the area of grass in the middle of some streets? Oh, boulevard, midway, traffic island, neutral ground, no word for this, median or other. Why do you say in median? Some island. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say island or boulevard. Island or boulevard for me. That one's interesting. That's what a boulevard is? Yeah. But I don't use it too much because some streets are named boulevard and they don't have that. So I'm like, I think island for me is most common. Okay, yeah, northeast and west coast for that. What do you call the night before Halloween? Ooh, what do you call that? I won't give you the answers yet. What do you call it? The night before Halloween. Gate night, Hallows Eve, nothing, Devil's Night, Hallows Eve, Mischief Night. Yeah, I was gonna say that's Mischief Night. That's Mischief Night, dude. We've got Gate Night, Trick Night, Mischief Night, Cabbage Night, Goosey Night, Devil's Eye. No word for this. That's Mischief Night. Oh, wow. The little map, it's all like no similarity across the whole country. And then just like that little New York area, that tiny circle is like bright red. It's like, I thought maybe they called that like somewhere else at least once. No, that's Mischief Night. I think it's called Mischief Night because that was how probably people here were translating it. They're probably translating it that way. Let me see. Mischief Night. I'm trying to see if there's like an etymology for it. It's an Anglo-American thing known as these other names. Early British records date this back to the late 18th century, while American traditions expanded notably around the 20th century on this. Okay. So it's hard to find the etymology for it. Yeah, it's an English thing, yeah. Makes sense, especially if it's in the Northeast. Do you call the sweet spread that is put on a cake frosting or icing? Frosting, icing, frosting and icing refer to different things, both, neither, other. I'm gonna pick frosting and icing are different things. Because to me, frosting is specific recipes you put on the outside of cake. Icing is more like a harder, more sugary thing. Like it comes out gloopy and then like hardens down. So you would use icing on like a gingerbread house, right? Where you like pipe it out and it's very runny. And then when the water is evaporated from it, you just kind of leave behind like a crusty, sugary pasty thing, right? That's icing in my mind. And then frosting is like a buttercream frosting or something softer generally, but it holds shape. That's in my mind what it is. So I'm gonna pick their different things. What do you call a traffic jam caused by drivers slowing down to look at an accident or other diversion on the side of the road? What do you call that? Do you have a word for that? Rubbernecking? Okay, so is it rubbernecking or is rubbernecking the activity, which is slowing down and gawking at it, that causes a traffic jam, but the traffic jam itself, you don't call it that? Because I'm that one. I think it's that one for me. The options were rubbernecking. Rubbernecking is the activity, that one I just read out. Gapers block. Gapers is crazy. Gapers delay. Looky-loo. Curiosity delay. Ready? Gawk block. I have no word for this. Gawk block. And then we're putting that one in the lexicon. We're folding that up, putting it in the pocket. Gawk block. Okay, I think rubbernecking is the activity of slowing down and gawking, right? But the traffic jam itself is just a traffic jam. They put the word in here. Most of the country agrees. Okay, how do you pronounce crayon? Well, I just said it. The first option with one syllable rhymes with man. Crayon. Second option with two syllables sounds like crayon. Third option with two syllables, but the second one rhymes with dawn. Crayon. What the hell? Who says that? Sounds like crown. I'm number two, crayon. Crayon, apply directly to the forehead. Okay, your map of your dialect. I mean, they're like, yeah, you sound like you're from the Northeast. Who would have thought? No way. I cannot believe this. Most surprising thing you've ever seen. Like, there's just a dot on New York City, and it's just red everywhere where people have accents. It's red everywhere where people from New York City tend to move later when they're like old. Notice how Florida's also like a little lighter at the bottom? Because so many people from up here will just move to Florida when they get old. Dude, no way. I feel like these tests are really interesting for people that are not from a distinctly accented area. So they're like, oh, can it clock me? For me, it's like, I don't know. People just ask me if I'm from New York unprompted. Easy. I always knew Geega was in Florida. Dude, the last time I was in Florida, it was so hot. I felt like walking around, I wanted to just lay down. You ever breathing and you're like, you feel like you're out of breath because you feel like there's not enough oxygen in the air, but it's just hot and you're just being dramatic? It was that for me. I was walking around and I was like, holy f, I hate it here, and I just wanted to lay down. I don't understand. I don't understand why so many older folks are like, oh, I want to move down there. I want to move down to Florida. It's so beautiful. Because I feel like I wouldn't want to be like really old and also unable to breathe. But that's just me. I just feel like I can't breathe.